Alright, so what we have here is a series of videos that recorded at 240 frames per second. So right here, this is actually real time. I just wanted to show you. These are LEDs plugged into AC. And here is at 240 frames per second. Now, and not all LEDs do this, but you can see clearly that they're strobing. Actually saw this, you can see this sometimes on the road. If you see like a Cadillac, because they have LED taillights, and if you move your head, you can actually see them strobe like this. It's pretty cool. Alright, and next coming up is a remote. And the remote, actually, with a regular camera, you can see the infrared beam. And this is kind of like the, you can see the pattern that it's putting out. That's the power button. And I think this next one, this is the select button. I see it's a different pattern. Now you can pretty much do this with any digital camera or your cell phone. You can see the light, but with the 240 FPS you can see the patterns better. So this is a pitcher of water. I'm trying to make a little water tornado. It doesn't look like it's going to do it, based on what you see there, but when I stop, it pulls together. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to shoot some Mio energy into it. Some red one. I'm opening the top there. You see a little tornado down there in the middle. When the Mio goes in, you can actually see the tornado pretty well. There it goes. At least you can see the fluctuation of the water. Now the next one coming up is going to be the same Mio energy juice, but a smaller amount, and I'm going to do the whirlpool effect again to try to get the to show the whirlpool at high speed. Alright, so here we go with the whirlpool. I love how viscous the water looks at these higher rates of speed. can see the cone pretty clearly there. Alright, and the next one coming up is going to be some hand sanitizer, and I was going to shake it and spin it and do all sorts of different things to it. Now, the reason why I did this is just to show what a thicker, gel type fluid would do under these similar situations, just with the high speeds and how it would look. And that is coming up momentarily. You can see how it goes all the way to the top and then almost immediately comes back together. But the smaller bubbles seem to get suspended. The larger bubbles shoot right to the top and come out. You can kind of see the strobing from the LED lights there at the bottom. It's kind of interesting. Alright, so this is a punching balloon, and I thought this was going to look a little different. I thought at these higher speeds you're going to see it like wrap around like the actual rubber part wrap around my hand a little bit as I hit it. Now, some of the interesting things you can see on this is you can actually see me trying to quickly adjust my hand to try to get the ball to hit clearly. At one point I mess up and it shoots over my hand, and then you can see me try to adjust. At real speed it's much faster, so you can see you can actually see the impact going through my hand there. Even though it's just a balloon. Yes, I think this is where I mess up. Looks like that might be Sesame Street on in the background. Bert is in awe with my punching bag skills. At this point I'm trying to hit it as hard as I can. Stretching that rubber band thin. Alright, so the next one is some tea. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I do drink tea. So I did some black tea, got it nice and dark, and I dropped some creamer in it. I just wanted to see what, the slow motion coffee commercial creamer drops. I just did a whole bunch of different tests with that to try to see what it would look like. And this is interesting because after the first impact, it seems to have almost zero effect on the surface. It's very, very smooth. But when the individual drops hit it, you can see it having a lot more of an impact. It's just another cup of tea, same idea. It's just trying to perfect the dripping. This one got it pretty good here. So I kind of got a few of those coffee commercial single drops with the little shoot up thing. I'm going to try to make their coffee look amazing. This is all one creamer. Might seem like I'm adding a ton, but this is just one little mini moo thing. And the next one is going to be me pouring the tea from one cup into another. And that's kind of cool just because you can see the kind of the way it interacts with the cup and gravity and all that stuff. Because when in real time it's just so fast you can't pick up the little nuances. But at 240 frames per second you can see a lot more. So it's kind of fun. And here it comes. Typical commercial style, very like dramatic pouring effect. So that's how they do it. High speed film. So now this is a series of dandelions. Now on Pinterest, the social website, you can find a pin that's floating around that tells you that if you light a dandelion on fire, it glows all sorts of crazy colors. And they have a picture to prove it. Well, Pinterest I think is for a lot of gullible people, and this is kind of my way to show it to you. They had a lot of stuff on there that is just people photoshopping pictures, and people just believe it. So this is a series of dandelions that I did. Now it's still interesting, but it's not blue, it's not purple fire, it's not orange and pink, and it's just fire. It's just typical what the color you'd expect from any fire. But yeah, you can see like Pinterest, they'll tell you there's a rainbow owl and there's some kind of and they show like tons of these people with these tattoos that are obviously photoshopped. This is just my first debunking Pinterest video, but I figured I'd do it in slow-mo just to get the fun of it. So they go up pretty quick, pretty readily too. If anybody's worried, this was after a lot of rain, so the ground is insanely wet. No worries about lighting my lawn on fire. This was taken weeks ago, so I'm narrating it now, and my lawn is not on fire, or never was on fire. So this is a depth perception issue. I was looking through the viewfinder on the camera, so I didn't have 3 dimensions. So I'm trying to get it to work there. There you go. And there's just a couple more of these and then we're all done. So while we're watching these final ones here, I did want to ask you guys to type in the comments, give me some suggestions of stuff you might want to see at 240 FPS. And I will try to do some of it. You know, I don't have, I might not have everything that you guys ask for, but I can, if something's in there, I can try it. I'm gonna try to do some mechanical stuff, like I have an interesting mechanical watch that's all that has all the moving parts inside. So I'm gonna try to see if I could do that. It's visible from the outside, and I was thinking maybe doing some bullets ejecting from a Mosin Nagant or my shotgun, the spent shells. Try to get some of that in the future. But if you guys have any thoughts, let me know, and I will try them out. And if you want to see those videos that I do in the future, please subscribe to this channel, and I will certainly get notified when I put some new videos out. Here's the last one. This is the cluster. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, and hope you enjoyed all these videos in slow-mo. And that's the Dandelion Massacre. Alright, thanks so much. Goodbye, guys.